Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here, and today is the video that I'm gonna review the Game Boy operator, or the GB operator in short. So, this is created by Epilogue right here. This is the company that created this device right here, which I'm about to review. It says here to play and manage your Game Boy cartridges, so that's pretty nice. You could back up your Game Boy games, especially the Pokemon games that you really do not want to lose the save file due to the dead batteries that does run out after a while. And you could also revisit your childhood favorites. So let's just look around the box real quick. Compatible with Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, which makes sense because they all fit in the same type of cartridge slot. Yep, the company Epilogue. And then this runs on Windows 10 or later. So, you know, I got Windows 10, Mac OS 11 or later, and Linux x64. So let's open this up and see what it brings. So, yeah, I did took this out previously, so that's why the cable is kind of loose. So this is the manual itself. It says here, revisit your childhood memories. It says here, you play a huge part in our mission to preserve video game history. We plan on releasing more products that bring to life the nostalgia for childhood games with a more modern twist. Together we will make sure that retro games aren't forgotten as time passes by, but their charm is here for generations to come. Cartridge slot, yep. And then there's a USB-C port, which I'm going to show you in the actual things very soon. In case you want to set up the Game Boy operator, these are the instructions for you to follow. Very easy, very straightforward. I think you're gonna do just fine. Back here are just stuff about the firmware, the FCC compliance. You got the all those other stuff, jargons, whatever. So yeah, that's it. It comes with a USB-C cable off the box, of course, which you're gonna connect to the computer. And this is the Epilogue GB operator itself right here. This is what it looks like. It's see-through. This is where you're gonna plug in the USB-C device right there. So you can see that all the chips and stuff, the board that's connected to the ribbon cable. You can see how it's all made within this Epilogue, the logo on the board as well. And on top of it is the cartridge slot, so you can put Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. So I'm just gonna show you how they fit with all three of the Game Boy version. So stick to and we will check it soon. Yeah, this is the bottom of it, by the way. It has like a matte finish in some ways. It feels really smooth. So this was designed in Romania. Pretty nice. Okay, let's show off how you put the Game Boy games real quick, but right here, and then we're gonna see it in action on my computer. So these are the Game Boy games that the Epilogue support. Game Boy, original Game Boy. So I have Pokemon Red as an example, which I will show. Bomberman Red Challenger, and Pokemon Sapphire. So the way you put it is just the way that you put it in a Game Boy, but it's actually a top loader. So you just carefully eject the cartridge in here. You can see that the bottom is being already placed. So I like the see-through design, honestly. It's really nice, to be honest. So there's that. The same that you do with this Game Boy Color game right here. I love that you're gonna be able to back up the games and the saves as well. And uploading saves on this too, which I will show you later on in this video, so stick tuned. So, and the same thing here. This is the Game Boy Advance game, much smaller than the Game Boy Color and the regular Game Boy. So yeah, this is how you're gonna essentially insert the cartridges pretty much. Let's go on the computer so we can see them in action, shall we? Okay guys, so we're on the computer now. The GB operator has been connected to USB on the computer with this like USB extender thingy. And I have plugged in Pokemon Sapphire version. So this is the program you're gonna download. It's called Playback from Epilogue, and it reads that it's Pokemon Sapphire version. It also detects if it's an official cartridge or a repro as well. So you can see right here, official cartridge. This is the date of release. This is the name of the game, what this thing is all about. Okay, so there is something else I wanted to show you as well, so you could tell which is official or not. I'm not sure if you can notice yourself, but for some of you it's pretty obvious. For some of you may be like, wow, this looks close to the original. Well, Sapphire right here That's the original cartridge. That's the authentic one. This one is actually a repro. How would a GB operator be able to detect that? Well, let's put it here. And there we go. It does detect its Pokemon Ruby right here. But as you can see, it says unofficial cartridge. Rewritable cartridge. So if it's something like this that I just showed earlier, a few seconds ago, this is the official one. You cannot rewrite it. You cannot copy it. But this one, repros, you could modify as you wish as well. So it could tell that it's not the official. So it's really good for that. Let's continue. And if you want to start the game, well, you can go ahead and click start right here. And then this thing starts lining up, by the way. Yeah, I have it on mute right now, so just bear with me. And you could play this on a controller. Like if you want to play the Game Boy games that you're playing right now, you can play on a controller or you can play on a good old keyboard right here. So you get the idea. Now if you go to data, it'll take you out of the game, and then it has this thing called backup game right here. So if you want to back up the game, you could click start and you could save this Game Boy Advance file into your computer. So you could back it up here, click save, and then you're gonna see all these data grids starting to come up. Yeah, the reason why I'm not like screen sharing via OBS is because I also gotta show you what this is doing in action as well. So whenever this is happening right here, you're gonna see that the green light is like flashing on, bright, dim, you get the idea. Pretty nice stuff. Yeah, so this is my legit copy of Pokemon Sapphire. So we should be done soon, so we'll get back to it after it is. Okay, now that it's done, you see that now it went back to white, which means it's idle. I also wanted to show you the other thing as well. So I don't know what this upload homebrew is yet because I haven't checked. Photo gallery as well, I guess it's gonna be like photos within the game, I guess. I have no idea. But if you go to backup save, if you have a save file of any sorts, you could click start right here and you could save the file somewhere on the computer. So since I don't have it yet, which is pretty interesting, I don't have much on this to be honest, but I'm just giving an example. And then this is blue, by the way. This was flashing blue. I'm not sure if you caught that, but yeah. The light here was flashing blue when it was backing up the save. You want to upload a save, for example. Let's just say you have another save file for Pokemon Sapphire that matches the game. You can click start, and if you find it around here, I don't have it right now. Unless you want to include this, then you can upload it. But since I have the same file as the same one I just saved, that's pretty much how it's done. So let me show us some other games as well. I'm gonna pull it like this real quick, and I want you to see what I do. So I take the game off. I'm gonna see it says please insert the cartridge. Now which game will we play? I want to show you a little interesting thing about this Japanese game called Akatsuki Cha-Cha for the Game Boy. Yeah, normally you'll be playing it like this, as you can see in the Game Boy Pocket. It's all black and white and stuff. But if you put it here, there's gonna be a little Super Game Boy type of thing as well. So I'm gonna show you an example. It has already been read as Akatsuki Cha-Cha. And now I just have to click start. And you're gonna see that they have the Super Game Boy layout border thingy here. So this border was originally for the Super Game Boy. Since this game came out around 1995, so the Super Game Boy was already out at the time. As you can see here, you can see that it's in full color. Cha-Cha's in full color. Rhea right here, And then I forgot this guy's name, to be honest. It plays like a Game Boy Color palette color game. And it looks pretty nice, I must say. I'm just gonna press escape right here. I'm gonna escape. Tells you you want to quit. So I can show you another game, pretty much. Now, I'm gonna take this off, and once again, please insert the cartridge. Okay, so let's try this other game, for example, Bomberman GB. And this also came out around, yeah, sometimes it does not read right away. Apparently this came out in 1998, but I believe this came out in 1995. You see, this is another game that was from the Super Game Boy. So yeah, this is kind of like the Super Game Boy on a PC type of thing. You see there's a Bomber Theater right here, And yeah, that's another example right there. let's go to the next game. Let me just exit it real quick. Be sure to do that first before you put another game, by the way. So let's take this out. And I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this right now. Pretty cool, right? Sometimes it reads as Game Genie. Now we see Pokemon Red version. And it should have the Super Game Boy border as well. Yep. If you remember playing this same game on the Super Game Boy or on Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, this is the border to expect for this game. So it's pretty nice, I must say. Yep. So it's working just fine. And there's something I want to show you real quick for controls. So if you go here, you get all the settings, but I'm not going to go through all that right now. I'm going to go to control settings. You want to play via the keyboard, it's already set up for me there, but in case it hasn't, then that's where you would go to make sure you play it. Okay, so you see, I'm pressing this right here, and yep. So you can play it with USB controller or with a keyboard, of course. So it still has my file, pretty much. Now, 2 more games. One of the 2 last games is the Game Boy camera. Yep, you remember this little gadget right here? So, this has a little feature that I want to show you guys. I'm not sure if this is the right way to put it. I believe it is. Sometimes it won't recognize the cartridge, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna read. So we're gonna, okay, it kind of failed to load game, so you're gonna have to literally blow the cartridge. So just give me a sec. Okay, so there we go. Game Boy camera right here, official cartridge, read only. We click the start, and you see the Game Boy camera right here. Sorry for it not having sound. My speaker's not the best right now, but at least you could understand the idea behind it. Now, if you want to shoot, there's gonna be a little interesting Easter egg right here. You see right here where it says shoot? Coming soon, right? So it has the logo of this thing right here, of Epilogue. And it automatically shows it right here. I do not know why they do that, and I don't know like what type of feature they're gonna have. Maybe in a future update of this little app right here, you'll be able to take like webcam shots with this thing. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but who knows, maybe they could use this as a little webcam for fun, so you can see yourself like in Game Boy graphics pretty much, which doesn't look the best at all. Definitely nowhere near as good as this, but you get the idea. So yeah, a little Easter egg I just wanted to show you guys. It's pretty interesting. The last game I'm gonna try this out is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. So just put it in, let's see if it shows up. Fail. So, you know, that problem does tend to happen sometime. And there, it finally read. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror for the Game Boy Advance is plugged in. I like how they display it, honestly. It's really cool. And yeah, if you want to expand your collection, you could go here to shop more, but not very important right now. There's not much else beyond what you already got. So if you think that the game takes a while, because some game does take a while, the loading game thing will show up and you're just gonna have to wait a bit. So just give it some time. It is slower to load sometimes than the original Game Boy, but if you want to use it for like streaming, like you want to stream Game Boy games directly on the computer, then that's a way to go for sure. And to back up saves and to upload saves that you have on your computer onto your cartridge to another cartridge, pretty cool feature. It helps preserve video games. It helps preserve the longevity of this thing to be passed to many different generations to come. So yeah, what you guys think about this Epilogue type of device? And as you can see, yep, it is starting the game right now. Hey guys, I just wanted to also point out that this is the social medias for Epilogue. If you want to check them out right here, yep, check them out. And of course, as another reminder, a link in the description below if you want to buy the GB operator and reserve it for yourself. So what do you guys think of this Epilogue thing? Let me know in the comment section below. Yep, that's my avatar right there. Let me know in the comment section below. Give a like if you support this. I also will leave a link to where you can buy one for yourself, so you can order it. So in case you want to back up your Pokemon saves or anything else like that, then I highly recommend this product, honestly. Yeah, definitely give it a like, share it with everyone you know that wants to find out how to back up their Game Boy saves to preserve gaming history pretty much. Yeah, I really enjoyed this device a lot. I got this last Christmas and it got to me a little late. I almost missed out on this because this thing came like on the 16th, I believe, of December. But I didn't pick it up until like the 27th, so 11 days after, because I wasn't notified that this already came in the mail. So I had to pick it up before the 30th, otherwise it was gonna be sent back to the seller, and I was able to do that, so that's good. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and that's all the other Game Boy games, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo says, good luck with the Game Boy collection. I hope that you're able to find the Game Boy operator. There's one more thing I just want to point out, is that you could order it today, the Game Boy operator, but it may not be available to be shipped right away. Yeah, I ordered this thing back in November of last year, 2024, and I had to wait over a month for them to actually start shipping them and start making the products again and all that stuff. So I had to wait a little while. They did gave me a heads up on it, so whenever they were gonna ship it to me, I was gonna get notified via email, which I did. So yeah, just wanted to point that out before I go. I'll see you on the next time. And Magbo says, good luck with the hunt. I hope you find the Game Boy games you're looking for or anything else that you want to see. Good luck on getting your own Game Boy operator. Definitely worth the price. It's only about 60 bucks, by the way. So that's something I need to point out as well. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo Gaming out. Bye bye. Thank you for watching this video. Check these videos too that are related to what you just watched. I'm sure you will find some enjoyment there. You can also follow me on Instagram and support the channel via Patreon or buy my Magbo merch. Links below. Hope to see you again soon.